Hey guys and girls. I'm not gonna fall under that whole PewDiePie thing, I guess. I just watched The Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. It was not bad, but I can't say it was really that great. And I was mostly intrigued just because the trailer made it look good, so that's expected. Obviously, a trailer's gonna do that, but I don't know. It's wizard shit. So I mean, they kind of lose me all the time, every time. And I like Chamber of Secrets probably the best out of all the Harry Potters, but this, I think it just kind of died from there. I watched them all, of course, but they're not even that good. I think I'm not a very good, or not a big fantasy person. I like sci-fi. I like it to be more realistic. And they kind of almost try to do that. And that's what I hate is that they like kind of try to make it fit with the real universe in a weird way to me. Like it seems like they try with like weird explanations, but it always obviously falls short and it's just not good to me. I don't know. I enjoyed it. It had a weird ending where it hit home good, but at the same time, it's obviously for children. So it's like, can we just get a little real here? I don't know. Um, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. The acting's good. I actually like the side plot people better. Um, but it's like so stupid. I mean, first off, one of the main characters brings in the main character, and she's like, I have to tell these important people about, spoiler, about the this guy that just entered New York, and he's got all these beasts, and they're not those aren't regulated according to our wizard law. It's like so stupid. And then before she gets to say any of that, they're like, "You're interrupting." It's like, come on, dude. Are you fucking serious? Like, you could have ended all of it right there, pretty much, and been like way ahead of the curve. But no, you have to let the plot continue and make a movie based off of stupidity. That's what gets me. It's like and then she just gives up. Like those higher ups, they don't want anything to do with me. I'm wasting my time. I should have known better. These fantastical beasts that every single wizard in this world universe would care about, they won't care about it. What am I thinking? It's stupid, And then I think there was another part too that happened, and I can't remember because it was stupid. But I just watched it and I can't remember the shit. So I mean, it just wasn't. I hate that shit. Why? Like, I just can't wrap my head around it. You just give up? Oh, they told me to go away, and so I guess I can't tell them this incredible news that'll change everything in this whole movie. Can't do that now because they know what's smart. They know what's best. They're the good guy. They actually make the fucking wizards out to look bad to me because of that. Like, they look like fucking idiots. They look like the bad people. So I'm not a big fan of the whole Harry Potter shit. Like I said, Chamber of Secrets is good. I read the like first four books or so, first three books, and I obviously grew up and was like, okay, this is kind of stupid shit now. And but I still watched the movies because it was a big thing at the time, and so I watched this one, and like I said, it wasn't horrible. I probably like it more. No, I don't know, because at least Harry Potter like has this consistent story, but it's just dumb. And then like it's so fucking the message is horrible. Like, spoiler, there's a muggle which they call nomads. Is that racist? Because they separate wizards, the cool fucking magical power people that could obviously kill anybody, from regular boring people. And so in the end, they have to erase his mind, even though he's obviously a good person. He like obviously helped. They're like, sorry, we have to make you an idiot again, and yeah, you're fucked for whatever life you had, and all this cool shit that is unapplicable to you, and it's not like anybody would believe you, but we have to take it all away from you because we hate you. And you're not a wizard, so you're a fucking idiot. Sorry, you're an idiot. That's how they look. Like, that's how they look to me when they do shit like that. And they're putting this message to me that says separation, like, from, I guess, idiots or something. I don't know. But it's just horrible in that sense. I fucking hate that shit. And that's why I don't like fantasy. And that you'd think that a fantasy could really make a circle because they have infinite fucking possibilities. It's fantasy. You can make up anything you want to make the fucking story make sense, but no. They make it not make sense. How does that make sense? I just don't get it. That's why I like the last movie I reviewed, the first movie review. I didn't even finish what I was going to say in that last video, but yeah, that's why I like fucking realistic, more hard-hitting movies. Obviously, it's for children, but even then, you're setting them in this message that, like, you know, normal people aren't as good as special people. If you have a skill, you're better than them. Remember that. That's what it seems like the message is to me in the fucking long run. And then in the end, and the girl gets with him, kind of, I guess. But it's like, so does that mean that he knows everything and they just totally went against their own law? So the whole wizard thing is fucking stupid because they broke their own rule? I mean, obviously the rest of the wizards didn't know, but like, so that means the organization as a whole is a fucking moron. And I fucking hate it. I just hate that shit. It's a fantasy. Make it make sense according to fantasy law, which is anything fucking goes pretty much. I mean, it's fantasy. Make shit up. And that's what I hate. It's like, dude, obviously, I guess fantasy writers just are the laziest writers, and they just don't know what they're doing, so they just try so hard and they're like, well, I guess it's a fantasy now because I have nothing to make this make sense. Oh, there's wizards now. No, that's not how this movie is, but that's, to me, what must be happening in these writers' minds, where they even come up with a stupid story like wizards. Well, I mean, obviously wizards was around way before Harry Potter, but, like, where they come up with these bizarre stories, like, and then there's, like, moves where they're, like, the Force. They're, like, whipping cars around with his hands. Colin Firth, or I forget his name. He was in SWAT, and he's a whole bunch of shit. I do like this actor, but he's always a bad guy, and he also really looked like Johnny Depp for a minute when they, like, aged him. I don't know. None of it makes sense. That's what I mean. Like, out of the limited options of fantasy fucking things you can make up, and you make all the things that don't make sense up, why? It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good, you know? I don't know. I just want to rant about it because this is my frustration with movies, and that's why I don't like fantasy. That's why I like Star Wars, because at least their fantasy is so open-ended that you can almost make up anything in your own mind. Imagine a solution for any plot hole, and it will make sense. Like, it's really not that hard. Like, for instance, to me, I don't care that fucking Luke kissed Leia. According to my, like, theory of life and how life works, I mean, for all we know, Leia was just trying to make Han jealous, and Luke knew. I mean, if we go back to, like, where Leia says, I always know, then maybe Luke always knew, and he was just, you know, he's being a brother in that sense. Yeah, it was a little gross, but, like, he's being a brother in a sense, like, oh, she likes him and she's trying to get him. I don't know. That makes sense to me. It makes more sense than you can make sense out of this movie because, oh, well, we had to age him so that he wasn't powerful, even though magic has never been connected with age. So we made him old. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Like, so that's what I mean. Like, at least with plot holes in Star Wars, I can easily explain them away with my imagination. You can't do that with Fantastic. Well, you can, but it's gonna be ridiculous. Like, it's gonna be some ridiculous shit because you're all in fantasy. At least you got the Force in Star Wars that, like, makes this fantasy thing feel real. That's why I like sci-fi, because it takes fantasy and makes it actually feel real, while fantasy just always feels like a piece of shit. So, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Fuck Them Over. Thank you.